Hi, fifth grade families. I thought it might be a little easier to share a quick video with you to kind of give an overview of what your kids are going to be doing this week. Just because if you're anything like me, I don't know if I can actually read another email. There's been so many messages. Before we get started, Ms. McCuddy and I just wanted to thank you so much for all of your amazing support. We know that this is so bizarre, and I can't believe that we're still doing this right now and that we are not back in school. It's just insane to me. But we are so, so grateful and so appreciative of all of the amazing support that you guys are giving to us and the way that you're helping your kids with this work. And we're just so grateful to have such great families who make this insanity so much easier. So I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of what your kids are being asked to do this week and where all of their information is, just in case you want to see it. Before I do that, though, I do want to say that everything that they have to do is very explained by us in video and in voiceover, PowerPoints, and everything. So they should be able to do this work independently if they are following along with the way we've laid things out. And if they can't, we're here to help them. So we don't want to burden you any more than you already are from working from home and having multiple kids at home and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So let me show you a couple things first. Didn't mean to do that. Let me show you a couple of things first. This is what Google Classroom looks like for your kids. So we moved to Google Classroom because in Schoology, the kids didn't know if they did assignments or not. And this way they can actually mark off that they did things. So in their classwork, we have it broken down into daily instructional videos. So every day of the week, this is the first thing they should watch. When they click on this video, it's going to be me showing them every assignment they have to do for that day and explaining everything that has to happen. It really makes it self-explanatory so that they should not need a lot of help. My homeroom has daily check-in forms that they do next. Every day there's going to be a vocabulary and a spelling Nearpod. Now here's where it's been getting a little tricky. So if you click on the Nearpod, it says assigned here, right? So if we click on the Nearpod, this is like a PowerPoint that we talk to them through. So they have to join the session. They have to type their name and click join session. And then they go through the PowerPoint, but each one will sometimes have voice instructions too. So they have to click play and listen to it. And then sometimes they just click play and they hear the information. Other times it takes them to another website where they do an activity, but if you notice right here, they can always keep clicking afterwards. Now, here's the most important part of these open-ended questions. So after they learn about the words, they have to actually type their answer in here and then click submit. And this is the part that we're noticing some kids aren't doing. They're looking at the PowerPoint, but they're not always answering the questions. And this kind of shows us whether they understand it or not. So they go through, they listen, and it will tell them exactly what to do. So when they're finished with it, they should be able to view their assignment and then mark as done. Do you see this here? This is where I know we were having a little bit of trouble before. But after they go through and they answer everything, then they click mark as done. And this way they know that they did it. So this is really a way for them to keep track of their work. So every day they should have, if we go back to their classwork, they should have a vocabulary activity. If we go to all topics, you'll see they have, sorry guys, vocabulary activities, and then they'll have reading comprehension activities down here too. So every day they'll have that, but they should always watch the video first so they know exactly what to do. Writing is going to be for the entire week. So there are 3 activities in here in writing, and there's going to be a writing video that they can watch before that just to make sure they understand what to do. One thing we're doing a little differently this week is we're not doing the independent read for 20 minutes every day. We still, of course, wish you kids we would love for them to be reading every day for 20 minutes. But we know that some kids don't have maybe a lot of different choices for books at home. Libraries are closed. It's just getting kind of stale too with them writing the same kind of stuff each week. So instead this week they're going to read an article from Newsela. So if they click on this link, it'll take them to a Newsela article for them to read and then questions to answer. We're adding some optional work because some kids like to do some extra projects. So last week we learned about cryptids and you know, things like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, things like that. So if they want to create a PowerPoint and they want to research their own cryptid, they can do that. They would just click on the PDF and then they can choose one and make their own PowerPoint up. Any work that they missed from last week is down here in April 27th week, but all of their new work will be up here. I do want to show you their PDF for the week too. Okay, so this we're going to email, this will be in the email for you guys too. If you want to keep track of it, or if they want to print this out and keep track of it, this tells them every day of the week what assignments they have to do, which 3 things for language arts and the 3 components. And then it tells them if we have a class meeting or if we have small groups. The optional activities are down here. And then as you see, instead of independent reading for the week, it's Newsella articles and responses. And then they have their specials in Schoology. So they should be doing their specials by the end of the week. They should have done 1. They don't have to do them every day. They can do like 2 in a day if they want to, or if they want to wait until Friday and do them all on Friday, they could do that too. Also, this is our weekly meeting schedule. So I'm doing whole group classroom meetings on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 o'clock. Here is the link. That your kids also got the link, so you don't have to worry about making sure that they have it. It's emailed to them and it's added to their Google Calendar too, so they can access it that way. These are the names of the reading groups and the times of their groups. Again, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to keep track of that. That should be something that they are doing. And honestly, guys, for the most part, your kids are doing an amazing job of keeping track of this, because I know it's hard for me with my 2 kids in school to keep track of who has a Zoom call and who has a meeting and what time it is. And your kids are doing great, and it's probably because you guys are so great. So thank you so much for all of your help and all of your understanding and all of your patience with us with all of this. And please reach out if you have any questions about how, you know, your kid is accessing their work, or if your own, you know, if you just want any clarification on anything. We want to make this as easy and as stress-free as possible. So if anything is causing you or your family stress, please let us know, because we do not want that to happen. And we just thank you so much for all your support.